Chapter 4 Salam Namaste. Students, before reading the detailed explanation, let's warm up ourselves. Obviously, students, if we are grateful, if we are thankful for the things which God has granted us, we can lead a happy life. If we keep on complaining about the things which we don't have, then no matter with whom we are living, whosoever is providing the things, we can never be happy. So we should always be contented with the things whichsoever have been provided to us, because the life which we are leading, many others dream of it. The life which we all are living, many others dream of it. They don't have even that much what we have. So, being grateful for what we have is the key to being happy. If you want to express gratitude for something, what would that be? Now, one question arises that if you want to be happy for something, then what would that be? What is the reason that you are thankful for the things which have been provided to you? Give a reason for your choice. Read this story about how simple acts of kindness often astonish us and how they can deeply affect the people who experience them. First of all, we are going to read this story in which we will see that how a simple act of kindness has astonished the narrator and how the life changes. I used to buy. I is narrator here, Sudha Murthy, who is the writer of this chapter. I used to buy books for the Bangalore slum schools we supported from Sheikh Muhammad's tiny shop. He had a shop selling stationery near our office and we would buy the books in bulk from him. Sudha Murthy used to buy books from the Bangalore slum school from Sheikh Muhammad's stationery shop, and they used to buy that in bulk. We would pick up the books from the shop and let him know when the check was ready. They had this habit of taking the books, and whensoever the check was ready, they used to give it to him. He would then come to the office and collect it. Once, when he came to the office to get his check, we were celebrating something and sweets were being handed out to everyone. Sheikh was offered some as well. He took a couple and put them away carefully in his pocket. Seeing him do that, I asked, "What's the matter, Sheikh? Why aren't you eating the sweets? Are you diabetic?" So, once Sheikh Muhammad visited Sudha Murthy's office, and at that time some sort of celebration was going on and sweets were being distributed at that time. So when the sweets were offered to Sheikh, he did not eat. Instead, he put the sweets into his bag, and definitely after seeing such things, I asked Sudha Murthy, who is the narrator, she asked, "Are you diabetic? Why are you not eating them?" Sheikh was a shy, taciturn man, and I knew little about him and his family, so I was pleasantly surprised to hear his explanation. "No, madam, I am going to take them home and give them to the kids. They love these sweets." Sheikh was a shy and a very reserved person who used to speak very less. And since we have been dealing with the things for a very long time, so I knew a little about him and his family also. And when he told me that why did he put the sweets in his bag, I was quite surprised. I was pleasantly surprised because what he said, "No, madam, I am keeping these sweets in my bag for my children because they love them." "How many children do you have?" I had noticed he had picked up only a couple of pieces, very less number of pieces he had taken. So I asked him, "How many children do you have?" "I have one daughter, but my niece also stays with us." So there are two children in the house, one daughter Amina and second niece whose name is Tabassum. Two children are there in Sheikh's house. Why does your niece stay with you? She is my sister's Zubeda's daughter. She is a widow and both stay with us. Further, Sudhamurti asked why does his niece stay with him, and Sheikh gave an answer that she is his sister Zubeda's daughter and the sister is a widow and they both stay with them. I realized it must be tough for Sheikh to manage a fairly large household with only the income from the little shop. So I asked, does Zubeda work? Obviously, Sudhamurti observed that it would be very difficult for the whole family to survive only on the basis of Sheikh's income. So, or only the basis of your income the family is being run. So definitely Sudhamurti became conscious and asked whether Zubeda also work or not. Yes, she is a very good tailor. She and my wife do tailoring at home. With their income and money I earn from the shop, we get by quite well. We are contented. What a nice answer is given by Sheikh. He said that I earn besides my wife and my sister, they both do the work of tailoring, and with all of ours income we are contented. Contented means satisfied. I was touched by his story. Contented is a word rarely heard these days. Many a times it happens that people have everything, they have more income than they deserve or they want, even then they are not satisfied. But this word was being used by Sheikh and Sudhamurti became truly impressed that he is saying that he is satisfied. A few months passed and one day I suddenly got a call from Sheikh. He wanted me to give him the check a few days earlier than usual. Why, Sheikh? Is anything the matter? I asked. Sheikh had never asked for the money. He used to be informed about the check and on a certain day he used to get the check by himself. But this time something else had happened. He called Sudhamurti and asked for the check a little earlier. On that, Sudhamurti also inquired whether everything is okay that you are asking for the first time about the check. Yes, madam, we discovered some time back that Zubeda is suffering from cancer. The operation is tomorrow and we need the money desperately. Then he told the reason. Sheikh's sister was suffering from cancer and she was about to get operated and obviously they were in need of money. I asked for the check to be sent to him immediately, but I also realized that it would probably not be enough. Sudhamurti agreed that she would be sending the check immediately. On the other hand, she thought that the money which he will get after the clearance of the check, that money will not be sufficient for the operation and for the treatment. Such operations are expensive, they are very costly, and I am sure he was struggling to raise the money. And a middle class family member, a person who is owning a stationery shop, it would be very difficult for him to arrange the money. Yet he had asked me only for what was due to him and nothing more. Sudhamurti also realized that how honest Sheikh is. He is demanding for the money which is of his right. He is not asking for something extra. I have learnt many lessons in life ever since we started helping poor people monetarily through the Infosys Foundation. She used to work with Infosys Foundation and she had experienced many people who were in need of money and they have helped him. They have helped those people also. I have seen women hiding their diamond studs in their purses and asking for funds for poor. They have Sudha Murthy and their committee members, their team people, they have experienced that such kind of ladies are also there who hide their diamond jewelry, diamond stud in their purse and yet ask for fund for poor people. I have seen well-off parents declaring their children orphans and applying for scholarship. Many parents are also there who are saying that they cannot afford the fees, they ask for scholarship, but on the real ground, in reality, they are well off, they can easily pay. I even know some men who presented their parents as destitutes so they could get help from us. Many a times it happens that people show their parents as poor people and they ask for money or they ask for any other help. I called Sheikh. Sudha Murthy called Sheikh. Sheikh, tell me, have you managed to get all the money you need for the operation? She asked in a very sympathetic way whether you have arranged the money that is required for the operation. I have sold all the Zubedas and my wife's jewelry. I have also taken a loan from the bank. Sheikh, why didn't you ask us? Then Sheikh told Sudha Murthy that he has sold Zubedas and his wife's jewelry and he has also taken a loan also. On that, Sudha Murthy says that why didn't you ask us for help? Madam, at least I can afford this much. You should be helping those who are poorer and cannot even afford this. They require your help more than I do. What a nice line Sheikh has said. Salute to his thought that, ma'am, I can afford this much money, but there might be many people who even cannot afford this much. So you help those people who are in desperate need. I have arranged the money anyhow. I was touched. I asked him to get the papers and meet me as quickly as he could. He came the next morning and showed me all the documents. I took a look and handed him a check for 50,000 rupees. Obviously, Sudha Murthy was impressed. She asked for the papers and helped him by giving him 50,000 rupees. Surprised, obviously Sheikh was surprised and on the same way hesitant, because in the beginning only we read that he was a reserved and shy kind of person. He said, this is a lot of money. I never expected such help to come from the blue. Blue means a term for UK Conservation Party. I have never expected such help from blue people. May you be blessed forever. Further, Sheikh blessed her by saying that may you be blessed forever. A few days passed and Sheikh sent a message saying the operation had gone well. He messaged her that the operation went well. For a long time after that, we did not hear anything from him. Then one day as I walked into the office, I found him sitting in the reception. A little girl of about 4 by his side. She was wearing an ordinary cotton dress decorated with laces and buttons. Her hair, neatly oiled, was pulled up into a ponytail. For many days, Sudha Murthy, the narrator, did not hear about Sheikh. And one day when she visited the office, that Infosys office, she saw that Sheikh was sitting at the reception area and one girl was also with him. She was Tabassum. How are you, Sheikh? I asked him. How is Zubeda? I inquired about the health of Zubeda and I asked him too, how is he? Sheikh's face was lined with grief. Zubeda passed away a fortnight back. In spite of all our efforts and your help, she did not survive. It was Allah's wish. I wanted you to meet her daughter Tabassum. Sheikh informs Sudha Murthy that Zubeda is no more now. She passed away 14 days back and I want you to meet her daughter, and here is Tabassum. I looked at Tabassum. She was scared and ill at ease in this strange office. When Sudhamurti looked at Tabassum, she was not comfortable because of the people bustled around actively, busily. Just to make her feel comfortable, I offered her some biscuits. She took one and then asked me in a shy voice, "Can I take another one for Amina?" Just to make her comfortable, Sudhamurti offers her biscuits. She took one and asked for another one for Amina. Amina was her cousin. I smiled and said, "Of course." I looked sadly at the girl, orphaned so young. Then her uncle said, "Beti, Ammi ne bola tha na, inko salam karo." Putting down the biscuit, the little girl said in a clear voice, "Madam, Ammi ka salam." Further, Sheikh asked Tabassum to say hello or Ammi ne kaha tha na. She put the biscuit down and said, "Ammi ka salam." I was at a loss for words. Sheikh wiped his tear and pulled out an envelope from his bag. He handed it to me saying, "This is yours. I am sorry I am a bit late with this." Sheikh was being so emotional. Then he pulled out an envelope from his bag and handed it to Sudhamurti by saying that this is yours, and he apologizes that he is a bit late. I opened it. There were 3,000 rupees in it. I looked at Sheikh in confusion. Out of the 50,000 you gave us, we used only 47,000 for Zubeda's treatment. When we came home and she knew she was dying, Zubeda made me promise that I would return the remaining money to you. Sudhamurti was quite surprised. She looked at Sheikh's face in a baffledness, in a confusion. Then Sheikh makes it clear that you gave us 50,000 rupees and out of that we have used 47,000 rupees. And when Zubeda came to know that this is the time when she will not be surviving, then she made Sheikh promise that he will be returning the money to Sudhamurti. "Don't waste this on me," she said. "Tell madam to give it to some other sick people. She had wanted so much to meet you and give you her salam, but Allah took her away. I promised her I would carry out this last wish." Sheikh promised that he would definitely carry out his sister's wish, Zubeda's wish. She wanted to meet Sudhamurti, but something else was admitted by God. Allah took her away. I sat there in stern silence. I had never met Zubeda, but the largeness of her heart, even on her deathbed, left me speechless. She was on her deathbed, and even at that time she was thinking about poor people. Sudhamurti has never met Zubeda, but she was quite impressed. She was speechless by the largeness of her heart. In spite of her own pain and poverty, she had thought about someone who might be in greater need of help, as I have already told you. Her story was a lesson in compassion. She wanted to thank me, and when she knew she would not make it, she sent her daughter. Zubeda wanted to meet Sudhamurti, and when Zubeda realized that she would not be able to meet her, then she sent her daughter. Through the act of sending Tabassum, she was perhaps passing on her positive attitude to the child. I was sure Tabassum would grow up to be a fine human being. She wanted to teach the same lesson to her child also, Zubeda. She wanted to teach the same lesson to her child also. That's why she sent her daughter to make sure that that act of kindness will be done by her daughter's hand. I looked at the envelope. "This is for Tabassum." Sudha Murthy said that she is not going to take the money back. This is for Tabassum. May Allah be kind to her. Let her study well. If you need any more help for her, let me know. And always tell her about her mother. Our earth is enriched by people like Zubeda. Sudha Murthy said, utilize the money in Tabassum's good studies and may Allah be kind to her. Also keep telling about Zubeda, keep telling about her mother to Tabassum so that she will also learn how to act with kindness. Tabassum sat quietly, her big eyes puzzled. Since she was so young, she was not able to understand what was going on. One day she would understand and perhaps emulate her mother's courage. But Sudha Murthy had the faith that one day when Tabassum would grow up, she will understand such things and definitely she will be imitating her mother's courage. So students, this is all about the chapter. I hope you have enjoyed it and you have understood the explanation also. Now I request you to do the part A in book itself and write down the word meanings in your fair notebook. Make sure the summary part will be for your understanding. Do not copy down in your fair notebook. Thank you, children.